It's go, 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 go time.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Next Level Mortgaging Podcast. I'm your host, Todd Martin with Mission 35 Mortgages here in Hamilton and Burlington. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, an investor, or looking to refinance, this podcast is all about giving you the tips and insights you need to make smart mortgage decisions. In today's episodes, we're tackling something that can make a lot of people groan and just complain a little bit about the market itself. We're talking about documents, everybody's favorite talking point. Trust me, it's more important than you think. I'll explain why. The paperwork is so crucial, how it benefits you as a borrower, how it can get you ahead of the game and some of the other people out there, and how it makes the process smoother. So let's dive in. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Next Level Mortgaging Podcast. I'm your host, Todd Martin with Mission 35 Mortgages here in Hamilton and Burlington. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, an investor, or looking to refinance, this podcast is all about giving you the tips and insights you need to make smart mortgage decisions. In today's episodes, we're tackling something that can make a lot of people groan and just complain a little bit about the market itself. We're talking about documents, everybody's favorite talking point. Trust me, it's more important than you think. I'll explain why. The paperwork is so crucial, how it benefits you as a borrower, how it can get you ahead of the game and some of the other people out there, and how it makes the process smoother. So let's dive in. So let's start with the basics. Why does your mortgage documentation matter? Now, I know when you're applying for a mortgage, you're probably thinking, why all the paperwork? I just want to get my home. Here's the thing. Mortgage lenders aren't just looking to hand out money to anyone. They need to make sure you're financially capable of paying back the loan. So the documentation proves your stability. These documents help the lender understand your income, your debts, and your overall ability to repay the loan. This not only ensures you're qualified for the mortgage, but it helps them determine what kind of mortgage you should be offered, whether it's a fixed rate or variable rate mortgage, for example. So while it may seem like a hassle, this paperwork is ultimately working for your best interests. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what some of these documents are, go over some of the common ones, and explain why each one is so crucial. First up, proof of identity. Lenders need to verify that you are exactly who you say you are. This is a basic security measure to prevent fraud. This could be a government issued ID like a passport or driver's license. There are some other options out there. And it's not just the banks who need to double check this now. Mortgage agents are part of the anti-money laundering initiative now, so it is up to us to check your ID as well. So we need to double check this information too. Proof of income. This is the big one. Lenders need to know that you have steady, reliable source of income to cover your mortgage payments. Typically, this comes from a recent pay stub, tax returns, job letters, sometimes, your notice of assessments, all that kind of stuff. The goal here is to show that you have a steady, performative income that will allow you to meet your monthly mortgage obligations. So basically, they want to see that you have a steady existing income that's going to allow you to pay the bills. Normally, they want to see 2 years provable income. Then we got bank statements. Lenders want to see your bank statements to assess your financial habits. Are you consistently saving? Do you have enough funds to cover your down payment and closing costs? That gives lenders a good picture of your overall financial health. They also want to see if you're going to do a business for self deal. They want to see where your money's coming in, what money's going out. Are you claiming what you should be? Are you $250,000 net income? Is that honest? Is that what you are truly bringing in and setting out? They also want to make sure you don't have any fraudulent money coming in and out. So they're looking at big deposits and stuff like that, and they're going to want to know where they came from. So we're just going to take a little peek. I don't want to know everything about what's going on in and out of your bank. Trust me, I don't care. As long as there are no red flags in there, I'm good. The bank's good. That's all we want to know. Your credit report. This is one of the key factors in depending what kind of mortgage you qualify for. The higher your credit score, the lower the perceived risk for the lender. This means you might get offered better terms, such as lower interest rate, so the lender pulls your credit to see see your borrowing history and assess your risk level. So they want to know what you've been doing with your credit. Do you have credit? Are you paying off your bills? Have you got any bankruptcies in the past? This kind of stuff. Everything is workable. We just need to know where you sit and what we're dealing with from your past and where we are looking for going forward. Proof of down payment. Whether your down payment comes from your own savings, a family gift, or other source, you'll need to show where that money is coming from. That is critical because lenders need to be sure that you're not borrowing that down payment, which could put you in further financial trouble right out of the gate. So basically, they want to make sure you're not taking your down payment from another lending source. If it's a gift, that's great, that's fine. But if you need to borrow money that you need to pay back, that's not going to work. So that's essentially what they're looking at. And they're going to want to see that it's stable income, stable money that's there. So that's all. They might take a look at your bank statements to make sure, or even the statements from where the money came from as a gift, just to make sure it's steady, secure money. Now that you know why these documents are so important, let's talk about how to make the process a bit smoother. Gathering all of this paperwork can be overwhelming, but with a little organization, we can make it easier for you. So tip number 1, stay organized. Keep everything in one place. Whether you like to go digital or keep physical copies, create a folder, digital or otherwise, and store everything you might need for the mortgage process in it. Get ahead of the game. You won't have to scramble at the last minute trying to find your latest tax return or property tax statement. And trust me, this makes a big difference. Get pre-approved. If you haven't done it already, getting pre-approved is a great way to get a jump start on the process. This gets you started early. This knows the stuff you need fast, right? This gets you ahead of the game. You know what you need before this. I like to let people know right when we start, this is what I'm going to need. It's not going to be a fun process. It's going to be a little bit invasive. I like to give people an idea of what I'm going to need up front. I don't know everything up front. The banks change what they need all the time. I try to give them a general idea of everything we're going to need up front and try to get it before we even start the application process, so they know. Be transparent. If you're unsure about something or you think something might be missing, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Transparency is key. We are here to help. If you're upfront about what you don't have, we can figure out how to fix it and find it together, find solutions. It happens all the time. Don't know where your T4 is? I can tell you where to find it. Can't find it there? I can tell you how to go get it, right? Your employee needs to keep these things on record. So you can always reach out. They have to send it to you. If they haven't sent it to the original copy to the CRA, they have copies in their offices. So this kind of stuff is all solvable. Don't be embarrassed. All kinds of people. There's been times I couldn't find stuff. We'll go find it together. No big deal. So by now you see why the mortgage documentation is more than just a necessary evil. It is an essential part of the mortgage process. It benefits you in the long run. And while gathering all of these documents take time and effort, in the end they help get you the best possible mortgage terms and ensure the process runs smoothly. Remember, staying organized and being transparent with your mortgage agent helps make the whole thing less stressful. If you're about to apply for a mortgage, don't let the paperwork intimidate you. With the right preparation, you'll be able to secure a mortgage that works for you and your financial future. That's it for today's episode of the Next Level Mortgaging Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tips and insights. I'm Todd Martin from Mission 35 Mortgages in Hamilton, Burlington. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Out.